Hey, Trey, is this just one of those games that comes from tired legs, or was it something that they did on the defensive side that was tough for shots to fall?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, we played less than 48 hours ago, 1 o'clock game. I mean, having to win 3 games straight to really just get to this point, 2 on the road. I mean, you can definitely feel, talking to guys, you definitely feel the heavy legs, but you got to give them credit. They came out aggressive, they were off, and they came out with a lot of energy, and they fed off the energy from the crowd, and just made some shots and made plays. So you got to give them credit, too.
They play the switching defenses aggressively. Do you think there's anything y'all could have did as a team to attack that better?
We could have been they do a lot of switching. They do a lot of switching things up, too, not just switching. They do a lot of trapping. So you got to be ready to really just read off of what they do, because they do a lot of different things in different times of the game. So it's not just switching. They do a lot of trapping and things like that, too.
You talked about the playoff intensity, that taking it up another level, and we saw that with you guys, especially that second half against Cleveland. What do you think that you guys need to bring intensity-wise for Game 2 here?
I think it's just part of the process. I mean, they got swept here last year in the playoffs, so they come out with a different energy. I mean, it's a part of it. I mean, winning one game isn't the whole thing, so got to be ready for next game, be ready for Game 2, and we will.
Trey, most of the time, any game on any given night, you're playing against 2-3 defenders that they're bringing at you. There's nothing defensively that you haven't seen. Mm-hmm. Take me through the process for you when you go through film in terms of making adjustments you need from Game 1 to Game 2, and how confident are you that you'll be able to switch things around?
I'm very confident we're going to turn this around, first of all. And then second of all, whenever teams are trapping and doing things like that, it's not necessarily just me. I got to make sure my teammates are in the right place, and bringing JC back tonight. It's another guy got to get into a rhythm and a flow, but they did a lot of trapping and things like that, so it's more about getting guys to the right place and making the right reads. So it's a collective unit whenever a guy gets trapped.
Speaking of JC, obviously the first time we're seeing him since March 11th. Just what did you see out of him, getting his first game action in over a month?
It was good. He got some shots to fall, especially there late, so it was good to get him into a rhythm. But, obviously we lost by 30, so not too much good things, too.
We'll take one question from Zoom.
On Zoom, we'll go to Terrell Thomas.
Trey, of course, with the experience that you gentlemen have from last year's playoff run, we know you guys are capable of bouncing back, but just kind of following up on what will be key for Game 2, what are you expecting out of your teammates, and what are you expecting with having another game with JC in the lineup?
We obviously got to go back and to the drawing board and get some things switched up and just be ready to play. Really, it's just not getting down. You got to win 4 games to win a series. You don't win 1 and win it all. So if that was the case, we'd have been in the finals last year. So I wish we just gotta keep a clear mind, stay level-headed, and we will, and just be ready to go.
Said when Coach Spo told you that and coming into this one.
Yeah, really my mindset just stays the same. I guess my role changes a little bit, but my job doesn't. To go out there and just be aggressive, let it fly. My teammates do a really good job of finding me in situations to be successful. So, I just try to let that thing fly, basically.
Well, Duncan, we watched you, and I've watched you since college, and like you said, doesn't look like anything changed. But what was going through your mind when you had the slump? What was always the belief in your process, belief in your journey? Did you change anything, or you kept the routine the same?
No, I keep it the same, man. Try to limit variables. Just keep it the same. There's going to be ebbs and flows, but I like to say, water always finds its level. So, if we can find its level this time of year, I guess that's better than ever.
Duncan, on top of you having a magnificent game, can you just talk a little bit about Kyle Lowry and P.J. Tucker, what they've meant for this team, and especially the mentality they've came in this playoffs with?
Yeah, 2 guys that are just all about winning. Super unselfish, do whatever it takes, all the little things. So many things that go unnoticed in a box score. But, just great presence to have in the locker room and on the floor. They're just super selfless. They want to find other guys in situations to be successful and make all those winning plays.
Here, you guys, the top seed in the Eastern Conference, and you've been there for the most part of the season. What was it about this year and maintaining that consistency that you guys felt like, okay, we're the best team in the Eastern Conference, and this is where we need to be?
Yeah, this year has been interesting. Been a lot of ups and downs, guys in and out of the lineup, but one thing that stayed consistent was our approach, regardless of who was out there, and really developed confidence in all of us. 1 through 17, that whoever's in the lineup, basically everything stays the same, and we just got to go out and be who we are. Compete defensively. Let our defense turn into offense, and fly around on both sides of the ball.
Excellent job defensively, Duncan, that you guys had individually on Trey and also Atlanta Hawks. But speak to me about the 35 assists, how you guys are sharing the basketball and looking for each other.
Yeah, that's been something we've been emphasizing all year. Just sharing the ball, playing off of closeouts, playing out of paint touches. And, tonight you saw, one of the best versions of it in terms of, guys just being unselfish, guys being aggressive, putting pressure on the rim, and playing inside out in that respect.
Duncan Robinson, your shirt says it all. White hot, professional shooter, 8 for 9 from three-point range, 9 for 10 from the field. Even got yourself a nice layup on a fast break. We appreciate you for taking the time spending with us on Playoff Central Live.
All right, appreciate you guys having me, man.
Nate McMillan, now available at the podium.
And, they showed us, tonight that there's another level that we have to get to in order to compete playoffs.
What did you see from just their defense? I felt like they were relentless. They just kind of kept swarming there on that side.
Well, that's what they do. They're a very good defensive team. Really, all 5 guys that are out there are good individual defenders, and they are connected as a group. And, they established their defense really early, I thought, in the game. And, I thought we played in our first option, basically in that first quarter, pretty much the first half, where we came down, we either shot the ball or one pass and a shot. And you have to be more patient than that, get the ball moving against their defense and play in your third and your fourth options. And I didn't feel that we did that early in the game.
You mentioned that they showed you have to reach another level. You guys have been here before and have reached that level. Are you confident that you can get back to that, to playing that style that you played before?
We got to get to another level. There's another level of intensity where every possession you're locked in and you're focused on winning that possession. Certainly on the defensive end of the floor.